Welcome back. A very interesting event here in Italy, in a place called Casese Ligure, which is the province of Genoa. This Saturday, the local council will be put, how do you say, on show or envision a social documentary about the pandemia, which the last 2 years has been an absolute plague in our society. And this documentary is entitled The Invisibles. And this is basically going about on people excluded from society due to this division between people who took this magic potion, who didn't, and those who fell victim to this medical treatment and its heavy side effects. The mayor is, conservative, politically speaking, and the whole, community, local politicians, medical experts, people from the health authorities are invited to this convention, and it will be shown to the public. This documentary I find very interesting. This Saturday, on the 25th of November, in this place, Casese Ligure, province of Genoa, and very interesting how those who are now in the opposition, who were in office in the last 2 years or so, the Partito Democratico, the Democratic Party, they're the ones who are in favour of these, magic potion mandates and lockdowns, with the five-star party as well. They want to boycott this social event, this documentary, on the motive saying that this documentary is creating misinformation amongst the population. And so far, as you well know what Pfizer said in Europe, Brussels, when they were, during a session in a hearing of some type of the inquest or investigation about this pandemia, when they were asked, Pfizer, did you really test this thing? And they replied, no, we did not test it for some motive or not. Probably the fact they said, we tested it on animals, but most of them died. So we should test it on humans, but we're not entitled to do it. I find it very strange for this Democratic Party, which has its originally from the Italian Communist Party. It's got nothing to do with those left-wing values of one time. They all become liberals, which are against this social event. There should have been those of the crusaders for, as people of our society are weak, elderly, students, workers and that. No. They want to boycott this event. And they're saying this is all fantasy, and they invite everyone else not to go to this event. Why not? After the screening of this documentary, there will be a public debate open to the members of the public in that hall, and everyone can intervene. Why don't you come along and say your opinion, or is your narrative officially, instead of boycotting it? Probably the fact they are scared, because most of these politicians were no more elected, and probably they're due to the negative reaction of the public, can be very aggressive sometimes in most cases, when these politicians are seen around, going around in public, they get insulted. It's only logical because they had destroyed an economy. They had destroyed people's lives due to this thing. And they didn't know how to deal with this emergency at all. They just only done more damage than good to the people. That's probably their failure of the truth. And as for these so-called side effects of these things, you know very well, in each country, they don't want to mention it. No one talks about it, not even the press. Because probably you'd be amazed by the numbers of people who fell victim to these side effects. It's only right these things are made public. Then after you hear in various countries, they want an amnesty in favour of those perpetrators who administrated, who promoted and done propaganda of these pharmaceutical serum stuff. They don't want people to be accountable, which in the first bill in Italy, which they introduced, when health workers were obliged to take it, there is a type of article which is written, which is called scuola penale. That means it's an amnesty for those people who administrated these things on people, and they will get away with it if someone gets injured or die from it. They won't have no legal responsibility. A nurse or a doctor has a legal responsibility, criminally speaking, if you administrate a thing which is experimental and you do not know the results. It goes against the various conventions in the world, the Nuremberg Code. It's considered as a crime against humanity, this thing is. And they want to brush everything underneath the rug. Because they know sooner or later the truth about these things will come out.